Ever wondered how a language like Python just understands what you're telling it to do? Well, it's not magic. It's all about vocabulary. Today, we're going to unlock Python's secret vocabulary, these special words that are the absolute foundation of the language. If you get these right, you are well on your way to writing some seriously powerful, error-free code.
So let's kick things off with a little puzzle. Take a look at this line of code. Class equals history. Looks harmless, right? I mean, all we're doing is trying to make a variable. But if you actually try to run this, Python is going to have a meltdown. It'll give you a syntax error. So what on earth is going on here?
Well, the answer is all in Python's secret vocabulary. See, there are these special reserved words that already have a job to do, a purpose that's built right into the language. You can think of them like Python's own private toolkit. We can use the tools, but we can't change their names.
And the official name for these words is keywords. It's kind of like playing a board game, right? The rules are already set. You can't just decide that the go space now means something else. It's the same deal in Python. Keywords have these fixed meanings, and if you try to mess with them, the whole game just breaks.
This right here is a perfect example. On the left, we're trying to treat the word if like it's just some empty box we can stuff a number into. That is a huge no-no. But on the right, we're using if for its real job, making a decision. It's the difference between trying to rename your hammer versus actually, using it to build something.
So, just how big is this secret vocabulary anyway? Are we talking about a handful of words, or do you need to memorize a whole dictionary? Let's take a look. And here is the good news. There are only about 35 of them. That's it. Not hundreds, not thousands, just this small, really powerful set of words that make up the absolute core of Python. Totally manageable, right? And here they are in all their glory. Now, don't get overwhelmed looking at this. Seriously, you do not need to memorize this list right now. The whole point is just to start getting familiar with them. You'll find you just naturally pick them up as you start coding more and more. So instead of trying to cram that whole list into your brain, let's just focus on the essentials. These are the keywords you're going to be using all the time. They're the real bread and butter of your Python code. Okay, first up, the decision makers. Think of if, elif, and else as the traffic cops of your code. They direct the flow of your program based on whether certain things are true. And to build those conditions, you'll use the logic keywords and, or, and not.
Next, you've got the real workhorses, for and while. These keywords let you create loops to repeat actions over and over again, which is super powerful. And if you ever need to control those loops, break is like hitting the emergency stop button, and continue is basically like telling it to skip the current song and go to the next one.
All right, now we're getting to some really fundamental building blocks. With def and return, you can actually define your own reusable commands, which we call functions. Then you have true and false, which are the absolute heart of all logic. It's just yes or no, on or off. And none, well, that's just Python's simple way of saying there's nothing here. Okay, listen up. If you only remember one single thing from our chat today, please make it this. This one simple rule is going to save you so much frustration and hours of pulling your hair out trying to debug your code. And here it is, the golden rule. Never, ever use a keyword as a variable name. It just won't work. But look how easy the fix is. Just add something to it, an underscore, another word, and you're good to go, simple as that. So what if you're coding and you're not sure if a word is a keyword? How do you check without having to search online every time? Well, Python actually has this really cool built-in tool just for this. Let me show you.
It is this easy. Just 2 little lines of code. First, you type import keyword. Then, on the next line, you type print keyword.kwlist. And boom, Python will literally print out the complete up-to-date list of all the keywords right there for you.
All right, let's do a quick recap. What are keywords? They're Python's special reserved words. What's the one big rule? You can't use them as variable names. And how can you see the whole list anytime you want? Just import keyword and then print keyword.kwlist. Easy. By understanding these 35 or so keywords, you're not just learning rules, you're actually learning how to speak Python. You now have the vocabulary to create, to build, and to solve really interesting problems. So the only question left is, what are you going to build first?